Hello Virgo, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecast. I hope you guys are doing well. So this is focused on the first half of July. I'm sorry that this is a little bit late. My schedule's been a bit crazy here. Nevertheless, that's the time frame that we're focused on, the first half of the month. And something different that I'm trying this time, and I was just guided to do this for all of the signs, is to just use tarot. Typically, I start off with oracle messages and then build from there. But this time around, it's just tarot messages. And hopefully there's something here that you can relate to. All right, Virgo, so let's get into it. General advice as always. Please keep that in mind. Just take the parts of it that make sense and release the parts that don't. Okay, let's go. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Virgo. Could be Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. You could be cross-watching for a Virgo. We are starting off with the Ace of Wands. Very nice. Okay, so good news, as it says. This is a card of creation, of desire, of inspiration. So whatever it is that inspires you at this time, it could culminate maybe during Virgo season. Okay, so latter half of August and heading into September. That could be a time frame for some of you when you might receive that good news. So if it doesn't come in the first half of this month, maybe sometime around your own season. Okay, let's see what else. We do have a reversed Seven of Cups. Now, in the upright, most of you are probably familiar that it represents multiple choices, having way too many options, but it is in the reverse. So maybe those options aren't as plentiful. Okay, maybe you feel like you're unable to make a choice. Maybe there's confusion. Okay, so whatever that confusion might be representing, we'll see what the rest of the reading brings forward. Sometimes it can represent somebody's lack of purpose, or that things seem to be more of an illusion, more of a fantasy, you know. So if some of you guys, if you relate to this, that you've maybe just started seeing somebody, but maybe your perception of it is better than it actually is, or that could be how this person is feeling. I don't know, I'm kind of just getting that for some of you. I'm feeling more of a confused energy there, though. This is the Six of Swords. Okay. So this is about leaving something behind and moving on, moving forward. But if you're confused about what to do, this could be the very sign that you need, Virgo. You know, don't stick around in a situation that's stagnant. So this could also represent a fresh start, a brand new beginning here. Okay. So you're meant to just travel down a very different path, maybe. We've got the sun coming through. Okay. Beautiful energy. You could also be thinking of a Leo. You could be on the cusp of Leo and Virgo. That could be for somebody. Happiness, success, you know, beautiful energy from the sun. It can illuminate things that are in the dark, maybe. It can represent success, you know, things to celebrate. It's a very positive vibe that's coming through there. So maybe part of clearing the confusion is that energy of the sun. Because sometimes when we're confused, you know, we're kind of in the dark and we need clarification, we need clarity. So this might be the very thing that brings it to you. Okay, what else, please, for Virgo? Nine of Pentacles. Self-sufficient. I feel for some of my Virgos, you need to be reminded that you're a lot stronger than you might actually feel sometimes. You know, this is reminding you that you can do it on your own, you know, whatever it is that you're focused on, whether that's love, whether that's your finances, career, friendships, you know, how you interact with your family, whatever it is that you're focused on. Don't be afraid to go do it on your own. You know, sometimes we rely on others to help us out, but part of the energy that I'm feeling here, Virgo, is that release that energy, release that fear if that's what's holding you back from going after something. Because you can stand on your own 2 feet. I feel for some of you who might be pouring a lot of your energies into work, I feel your finances will definitely improve. Some of you might be in business for yourself. You could be an entrepreneur. This is a reminder that you can obtain that success that you're focused on, but you can also have that success in your love life. And then we have the 9 of Cups. Wishes come true. And I love how we have 9s, because that could be reminding us that we have cycles that are very close to coming to fruition for you. Okay, and again, that could be that could be in love, that could be in other parts of your life, whatever it is that you're focused on. Let's see what else for Virgo. Okay, so yeah, for some, I'm feeling that veil of confusion needs to be lifted. This is interesting. Okay, the 5 of Pentacles, alone, poverty, isolated. So the 9 of Pentacles is a very different interpretation of being alone. You know, it's like, yeah, you could be solo, you're doing things on your own, but it's more of an empowering type of spending time on your own. The 5 of Pentacles is more like a more negative experience where you're alone because something happened, and, you know, whoever it was maybe that you wanted to spend your life with, maybe they're not around. But, you know, it's interesting that it says poverty, because 9 of Pentacles does not represent that. It's the total opposite energy. So maybe you know what it's like to struggle financially. I just feel for some of my Virgos that seems to be popping up. The finances could be a bit stressful either right now, or that's what you are dealing with. But I feel things are going to improve, certainly in your work environment, your career, finances, that's going to look up. But for the 5 of Pentacles, this could also be somebody who's feeling left out of your life. Maybe you cut them out of your life, or for whatever reason you guys are not together. And then we do have the Magician, which is a beautiful energy, manifestation, a positive outcome. Now, if you are thinking about someone related to your love life, you guys might not be together. Sometimes this can indicate the desire to come back together, to have that rekindled partnership. We do have the 4 of Wands. Some of you might be thinking of a twin flame. It can represent that sometimes. This is our 1111 card in tarot. If you are seeing that number, it's a sign, you know. It could be a sign that you do have a wish that's about to manifest, or it's simply telling you that life has found a way, or will find a way, to get you back on track, you know. But first, you have to be able to let something go that does not belong, you know. Move on, move forward, leave that particular thing behind, and only you will know what that is. It could be more than one thing, you know. There's something that could be hindering progress, or it could be a blockage, and that's what's preventing you to get here, you know, to lift that veil of confusion that I had mentioned, you know, to be able to illuminate whatever is in the dark, if that makes sense. Yeah, this can also represent reunions for some of you. Can it be love reunions? Absolutely. But it could also be family reunions for some of you guys. I really love that the Chariot is coming through here, Virgo, because this right here, it's telling you that even though you might be feeling stuck or confused right now, and you're struggling to be able to move on for some reason, to get you towards the path that you really do need to be on. The Chariot right here is an indication that you're not going to be in that type of mentality for long. You could be thinking of Cancer as well. The Magician actually represents Gemini and Virgo. So some of those signs might make sense for some of you guys. So this is telling us that whatever struggles you might be dealing with at this time, you'll overcome it. So it's just temporary the way I'm seeing it. Okay. Look at that. You've got the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles coming through. So there's something with your Pentacles here, Virgo. Something to do maybe with finances and to be able to stabilize things in your work environment or career. Maybe things haven't been going so well in that area, but things are going to be picking up. You know, all of your hard work will pay off, I feel, because this can represent material success and financial security here. But in a love reading, it's also a very nice card to come through because it can be an indication of people that are otherwise pretty compatible. You know, this person might actually be your perfect ideal match in a sense. You'll feel a very strong bond to this individual, and it really can go the distance. It can represent a long-lasting partnership. If that's what you're wishing for and hoping for, you can have that, Virgo. It could be with your twin flame. But first, there's this confusion that we have to address, right? In order to move on and let it go, you have to address it. So it's kind of like addressing the, what is the phrase? Like addressing the elephant in the room. You know, the very thing that you're trying to ignore and not talk about, that has to be addressed. Look at this. Okay, we've got the Judgment. We've got the Sun again. So the Sun is coming through twice in your reading here. We've got the Two of Cups. And we've got the Hierophant. If somebody was not ready to commit to you, okay, I do feel that this person will find a way to contact you. They will find a way to talk to you, reach out. Part of this Judgment energy, this more than likely is somebody that you had so much love for in the past. A lot of happy times perhaps were shared by the two of you. Either they were unable to commit to you for whatever reason. It doesn't necessarily have to equate to infidelity or somebody wasn't available, but I feel for some it could have been that. But they really do see you as the person that they're meant to be with. So whatever blockages are in the way of the two of you coming together, I feel this person will do whatever is possible to be able to come back. That could be what it is that you're wishing for, Virgo. So something very uplifting and powerful will come in. I'm not feeling it for the first half of July, though. I feel the seeds could be planted this first half of the month, but you won't see it until maybe later in the year. Could be during Leo season, since we've got the two Sun cards coming through here. Two of Cups. I mean, this looks amazing, honestly. You will be able to move past whatever the struggles were, whatever has been keeping you guys apart. That could eventually be lifted and open up the way for you guys to come together. So maybe this person's done a lot of work on themselves since you last saw them. Because part of this Judgment card is an individual maybe that wants to come back and talk to you for sure. But before they get into how they feel about you, it could start off with an apology. Sometimes, you know, that's part of the energy I feel from the Judgment card. Somebody who wants to come back to iron out all of the stuff that you guys had to deal with. So it could start off with an apology, followed by themselves, you know, opening up their heart fully to you to just really tell you how they feel. And if you're feeling it as well, then maybe the two of you can really remove whatever those blockages are to find happiness together again. You know, it almost reminds me of like a fantasy type ending, you know, happily ever after type vibe. As corny as that sounds, that's kind of what I'm feeling. You know, you guys had a pretty good connection and maybe you had to part ways for whatever reason, but I'm ultimately feeling here that they're coming back. You know, it's one of those things where you got to address what happened in the past, then move on from it. So that could be where the confusion is and the need to let it go and move forward. But something is preventing that for now, Virgo. So this one might require a little bit more time to get to its ultimate destination, which is you guys coming back together, if that's what you're hoping for and wanting. So that long overdue conversation, that needs to happen first. All right, guys, so that's what I've got for you. I hope whatever part of this made sense, helps you out, knowing that there could be communication that's coming in from this person. And ultimately, you know who it is. I feel this is somebody that you still care for and love very deeply. All right, guys, so I'll leave it there. If you're interested in your own personal reading, that information is down below in the description box, and I'll include the link to the decks that I've used here. Thank you so much, Virgo. I'll see you next time. Take care.